Hey, Cockleseed, this is Kita Godozanowski with Macedonian Athletics Sports Academy. Today we're going to go over the 2015 MSXL National Championship layout. Today we're going to go over some tips on the snake side here. Since it's not your traditional ladder snake, I felt we should give some tips on how to play it. Get your team up the field here on the snake side as quick as possible and get some kills and allow your team to close points out real quick. So, right off the bat, you're going to notice there's this huge gap here, and we're going to try and get players effectively through that gap in order to get them into the snake 2 and up here into the snake 3 to get all the kills. So that's going to be the obstacle today, and that's how we're going to show you guys how to play this snake appropriately. So to the screen here and go from here. Majority of players are going to go straight into snake 1 here, which isn't a problem, but I don't recommend it. I recommend trying to stay out of snake 1 as much as you can. Obviously, you're not going to be able to, every point, but if you can, just top right in here to snake 2. What I mean by that is, if you're in the can here, run around, dive, and just slide right up into this snake 2 as fast as you can. Try not to stop at the snake 1 if you can. Just go right to the snake 2. Or you come up into this temple here and just make the, the jump over into the snake 2. Or even coming from the can, coming up into the snake 2 from the inside. Alright, we have these pillars here, which really do block a lot of the shots to, for these gaps here. So, if you're able to read the field appropriately, you can go right into that snake 2, majority of the time. But obviously you're not going to be able to do it every point. And if you're not, that great with awareness and being able to put players in and go and run and gun into the snake 2, we're going to end up going to the snake 1. So we're going to show you how to play the snake 1 in that instance and how to get out of the snake 1 into the snake 2 past that gap. Now again, if you can't just immediately go past the snake 1 as you slide in and go into snake 2, because say they have a guy in the corner already shooting on the tape, well, that's not a problem. What you're going to want to do is try to get another teammate out here into the corner to match their player that's in the corner. And have those two guys battle out. And hopefully your player gets the advantage, can put him in, and then you can go. That or he gets the kill, and then you can go. So that's what you're going to want to try and do on that side. But then you're also going to run into the obstacle of, well, what if they got someone in these bunkers here shooting cross field and shooting the gap? Even if my guy shoots their teammate out of the corner, I still got to make that gap, and they're still shooting paint into the gap. Well, here's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter if they're shooting that gap and if that guy's still alive in the corner. What we're going to do is just hop over the beam here into the cake and then crawl down the beam into snake 2. So now you just went from snake 1 up into snake 2 with them still having a guy alive over here, or over here shooting at that gap. Alright? Now that's one way we can get around it. But again, if you're going to make that move over the beam and they're shooting, say there, if they're in the back center or that Aztec, it doesn't matter. I'm just trying to illustrate that both those positions can shoot that gap. Well, they can also shoot from this Dorito. They can also shoot from the mini race or the back center from the Dorito corner, my bad. But, before you can make that jump over the beam, you got to make sure, that no one's in these bunkers here shooting as well, because that can really put a stop to that move. So you're going to want to shoot them guys in, either shoot them out or put them in and then make the move. But I just want to make sure that, no one just jumps over that beam, they get blasted in the face, and they're like, oh, it didn't work, why? Well, you got to check, make sure no one's shooting right there, right? You can even have the guy in the can here shooting at you, or in the temple. So you have to watch out, make sure no one's shooting at you before you make the bump. If they are, battle with them a little bit, put them in. Even if they got control of the tape here, it's not a big deal. Talk to your guy in the back and, just, hey, can you shoot at the Aztec? Can you shoot at the corner? Can you shoot at the back center? communicate with your teammate, have him work with you that way so you can make that move happen. But it's a great move hopping over that beam and then going up into the S2. Now when you do it, make sure you get up to the cake and then crawl right next to the beam. Some people, they'll just jump over and go like immediately right to it. And then they'll just get blasted as that paint comes over the beam. You have to be right up next to that cake and then get right up next to that beam. You can't still be in the open. Paint's still going to hit you. You just made that move completely void. You didn't do anything better than just going around the outside and trying to go in, right? And make sure they're not shooting that spot, preventing that move. Now, that's one way to get out of Snake 1. Because, as you can hopefully have noticed, there's not too many shots from Snake 1. There almost never is. There's never shots from Snake 1 on any layout. Alright, you don't see packs, you don't see any backs, and you hardly ever catch anyone playing loose from Snake 1. And yet, people still sit in Snake 1 like they're gonna, snipe people from there. No, you're not gonna snipe people from there. You're wasting your time, you're wasting your team's time, and you're not gonna win the tournament sitting in Snake 1. So, please, for God's sake, don't sit in Snake 1 all game. Alright, it's just a bunker to get you on the tape side into the snake to get you up to the next ones. Alright? Now that we got you out of Snake 1, and now you're up here on Snake 2, now you get some shots. Alright? You got shots into the Dorito, you got shots into the small Dorito. If you come back here a little bit, you get a shot at the back center. You got shots. You got shot here into the can if you want. It all just depends, alright? Depends on where you're at in that snake and how you're playing it. So you can get up in Snake 2, and now you can start what I like to call fishing for them shots, alright? They're not there, alright? The kill shots aren't there. You don't see packs, you don't see back shit. Not unless someone's playing really loose. But what you can do is you can fish for those shots. See if you can catch someone playing loose, or if they're battling with you, and you can shoot them, right? But, you still don't have the kill shots. And I want to make that clear. So, you get the S2, you're still going to get the S3. Alright, you don't have kill shots, you're not going to win the point from S2. Alright, you might get some lucky shots, but that's about it. So, what you're going to end up doing from S2 here is if you made that inside move and they still got the corner, or the Snake 1 shooting the tape, you're going to, either have to battle with him, or get your guy in the snake corner of the battle, right? And try and get that kill before you make this next move to Snake 3. Because when you're right in here, it's a tight squeeze. Alright, how that beam and how the can meet with each other, you don't get a lot of room to tuck in there. If you do, you're really pushing up next to that beam and just, kind of spreading out long ways to stay, as skinny as you possibly can inside there. So you're not really going to want to make that move to Snake 3 until the tape's clear. But once that tape's clear, you got shots all across the field, and we'll get to that a little bit later. But another thing I want to go over is you still have another move. So say he's shooting down the tape from the corner and controlling the tape. Well, rather than risking trying to battle with him, you can also make this move just like you did from Snake 1 up into Snake 3 from the inside and make that inside move to Snake 3. Now the beauty of this is, again, the way these pillars are set up here in the middle, it blocks a lot of stuff. Alright? So you're blocked out from, that Aztec, the back center, pretty much everything else. Especially, here we're going to go to a different view here in just a second. Alright, so now we're in this different view. Alright, so now you're in Snake 2. They're in the corner. Alright, they're shooting down the corner. Or they're shooting on the tape, my bad. But, now when you make this move up in here to the pillar, just like with Snake 1, you got to make sure they're not, already shooting at you from these Doritos, because they can shoot you as you hop over the beam. But if you put those guys in and they're not shooting at you, you come into this pillar, have these pillars here block you out. Alright? If you're sitting right here in this spot, alright, now the pillar can't shoot, or the Dorito can't shoot you, right? Look at that. How are they going to hit you? Those pillars are there. So, That's one of the nice things about those pillars is you can get blocked out as soon as you push up into them a little bit. Now you don't have to go right up next to the pillar. You can kind of sit back on the beam here a little bit, because you also want to make sure if the corner does like look over the top or something, that this can is still blocking you out from the corner. So we're going to still want to keep that like that. All right. So hop over the beam, sit behind the pillar for a second, and what you're going to do is you're going to stay close to the snake beam and just kind of creep your way up. As you creep your way up past the pillars, ooh, now you're getting nicer shots on this smaller Dorito, on the bigger Dorito. You know, you're getting some really good shots. You know, you even get a shot here on the the back center now. As before, when we were in the Snake 2, you didn't have that shot in the back center. But as you move up here behind the pillar, now you get a shot on the back center. Now you get a shot on the Aztec. Alright? So that's one of the benefits of moving up here into the middle past that the pillar a little bit. So now we're getting all these shots, right? Great shots. As you creep up here a little bit more, now you're past this the second pillar right here. So now you get a nice shot on the Dorito here. Now that's right there instantly. That's an automatic kill shot. I mean, the way that Dorito's angled, there's no way that guy's living in there unless he's playing the outside of it, right? I mean, he has to be sitting right on that outside, and hopefully you got a guy in the Dorito over here or in the corner, and he's just gonna blast him, right? I mean, that's what I call a kill shot, right? Where there's no way that guy's staying alive. And that's how it is almost every layout. You have to get to the 50 or past the 50, and then these kill shots really start opening up for you. Alright? You don't get kill shots back here, and you certainly don't get them back here in S1. Alright? You gotta get up the field. Alright? And that's the biggest problem I see with players. It doesn't matter how good their snapshot is, you know, how quick they are, how flexible, how great their form is. If they don't get up the field, they can't utilize any of that skill. So you gotta get up the field. And this is one of the ways, going on this inside of the snake. Now once you're up here, let's get rid of some of this so it's not so cluttered. Now once you're up here, now you're going to be sitting here around the, man, you really can't see that too good. You're going to really sit around here around the can. Again, that and the can and the pillar are blocking you out from that snake corner from wrapping and just shooting you, right? He's really got to come on the inside and come get you if he realizes you're there. Hopefully this move is happening so quickly he never even realizes it, and you're just going to be killing people out of the Doritos like crazy, right? If he's in that small Dorito, that's hard to live in. Alright, I hate small Doritos for that reason. But if he's in there, you know, it's probably going to be a kill shot there too, because it's hard to tuck in that. Especially if you got a guy over here in the, in the corner, or in this Dorito here, or even in this one, man. There's no way that guy is living in that Dorito. And has that big of a pinch on him? No way. So, all these kill shots here now, you know, you're going to probably catch that guy in the Aztec off guard, the guy in the back center off guard. The only people you really can't shoot at yet are this Dorito corner and the Aztec, because this temple here. The temple really blocks a lot of the shots. But not a big deal, right? But chances of them being in these three bunkers, completely, you know, slim chance, right? That's got to be like, they just kind of have the perfect setup to have that happen. And it usually never happens. But even if they are, right? Let's just say they are. Let's just say they're in that corner, they're in this Aztec, and they're in this corner. And they got 3 guys left alive. No big deal. Heck, we'll even say they got 4 guys left alive. We still got a guy in the snake one, right? Not a big deal. What's going to happen is you're just going to come over this beam here. Now look. Now you're kind of around this cake finally, and around the temple and the Aztec. Well, this Aztec's still going to block you out. You know, unless he catches you hopping over this beam, he's not going to see you. So you're just going to sit here. You're still pretty much blocked out from these two. and still pretty much blocked out from the corner because the Aztec still kind of covers you up. So now you're just going to start blind shooting over the Aztec at this Aztec or back at the corner and just drop them in on them. You know, if not, hey, just come up into this pillar a little more, right? Boom, now you're seeing them back. Now you just shot them right in the back. No big deal. Now you're shooting back at the corner. Now you're going to be getting that guy out. Not a big deal. Even if you don't get that guy out, hey, no problemo. Boom. Now you just go bunker the snake guy out. You know, even if they don't have guys in the Aztec or the corner, just go bunker the snake guy out. And go bunker out the corner, you know. That's how you pretty much play this snake site here. Or at least, you know, you gotta get creative sometimes a little bit, go on the inside, and really track for them shots. You know, it's more effective to come up here into the middle and coming over the beam and all that kind of crap and really getting these crossfield shots than if you were just to sit back here in Snake 2 and just sit here and just fish for shots all day. And we're not going to want to do that. You want to go up into the field and get kill shots. All right. If you're the front snake guy, especially, that's what you got to be doing. Even if you're the second guy filling into the snake, you need to be getting up into the kill zone area and really getting shots on people. All right. You want to get your team up on numbers and you want to break games open for your team. And if you're coming up in that snake like that, you know, they're really going to start putting guns toward you on snake side. You know, if you're being that effective on snake side, just blowing their team apart like that, the next point, you're going to dive up here in S1. You're going to have 3-4 guns on you. As soon as they hear someone call out snake, you know, they're going to have people just, you know, trying to destroy you. And then you just sit in snake 1 and you just let them, you know, shoot at you. And then you let your nice guy over here on the Dorito side just have his way and just go all the way up here into this snake, right? Into the 50 Dorito. And, you know, let him go to town and have him start blasting people, right? So, you know, if you're being that aggressive on snake side, you know, they're going to have to dedicate more guns to you. And then you're just going to allow for your Dorito side to do work all day. So, one more thing before we close out this video is if you're in the Snake 2 here and someone else is in the Snake 2, all right, and they got the corner, you need to shoot at the corner. You need to get dominant on that tape. Even if you don't eliminate that guy and you can just put him in, you need to come bunker this guy. All right, you don't want this guy fishing for shots, picking your team off. All right, and if you got to get control of the snake side. All right, make an impact on the field. If you're controlling the snake side, again, they're going to dedicate more guns to you, and you're going to open up that side for the Dorito. So it's not a big deal. You know, if you're trading your body out, it's not a big deal. Do it, but you got to show a dominant presence on that snake side. If you're not showing a dominant presence by making these creative moves and bunkering people out, they're never going to respect your snake side play, and they're never going to send guns your way. All right, you're going to want to get as many guns coming to you as you possibly can, because that opens up your Dorito side. And Dorito side is so easy to move down as soon as they get them guns off them. All right, they're already on their feet, they just go. And that's pretty much how we're going to, you know, build effective plays on the snake side here on this layout. Utilizing moves such as going on the inside and, you know, just getting in brutal battles here on the Snake 2. You know, you can even make that move on the inside on the highway and just go bunker them out if you really want to. But, you know, either way, you got to make stuff happen on the snake side. If you come in Snake 1 and you sit here all day, your team's never going to win. You come in here in Snake 2 and you sit here all day, team's never going to win. You got to make stuff happen on the snake side. And I can't stress that enough. If you're drawing, you know, 3-4 guns, you know, you really open up that field. So that's what you want to do as a snake player. Get up it, make an impact, be creative, bring the pressure, get kills, open up the game. All right. If you guys have any questions on any of this stuff on the MSXL layout, feel free to message me, email me, like the Facebook page, leave a comment, and I'll get right back to you. But yeah, hopefully you guys learn something, can take something away, and can really do well on this MSXL layout. Best of luck to you guys that are playing, and have a good day.